What is up, everybody? So today we're just going to be doing a simple story time. Now, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to be doing any, asking for subs, asking for anything. You could like the video, you could sub if you want. If that's okay, let's just get right into it. So this is a story time about how I got lunch detention for 4 days for popping a milk carton. Now you're probably like, that's not too bad, but the part is that it kinda sounded like a gunshot. So anyway, let's just get into the story. Now, this whole thing kind of started at the beginning of school because I kind of just felt like a dumbass that day. I just kind of felt like something was about to go down. Because I was just kind of being a little like laughing at everything, kind of not really paying attention in class. I just knew something was gonna go down that day. Anyway, my class before, I think, lunch was a elective, like that extra stuff you have that's not your block classes, or that the simple science or math, like you have music, stuff like that. Anyway, I was sitting in there. I forget what it was something about how like tech, whatever. Anyway, I was sitting in there and I knew someone was gonna go down at lunch. I don't know if it was gonna be me or there was gonna be a fight or something. I seen everybody has been riled up because it was a Friday. It was a Friday, and everybody was just kind of excited because we had a really, really long week ahead of us. And I said, "There's something's gonna down. I can just tell. Something's gonna go down." So, anyway, me and my friend are talking, and I say, everybody's riled up today. We have a really long, break after this, and something's gonna go down before somebody leaves. And I was like, "Yeah, that's true." He was like, "Yeah, that's true. That does make sense." And so now we're over here just kind of looking out at lunch. And I was like, it'd be funny if I do that thing where you step on a milk carton and it kind of makes like a loud noise. Now, mind you, I've tried this several times and it never worked. Every time I tried it, it never worked. Right, so I'm like, it's not gonna work. Right, so I step on it. Didn't work. I'm like, okay. But I noticed it didn't really move a lot, so I step on it again, and boom. It just explodes. And it wasn't really that loud. It wasn't a nowhere near a gunshot. But everybody thought it was, because I guess it was kind of in a little bit of a smaller room. And so everybody kind of thought that, that this is kind of weird, and that kind of would make sense. Everybody's here, that would kind of make sense to have a gunshot. So everybody screamed, and the teacher just go running around looking for somebody, maybe with a gun, or no. They just see me sitting there, picking up a cracked open milk carton, and they say, "Was it you?" And I say, "Yeah." Because, I didn't want to start anything. I did realize that it was kind of serious, right? Like, it was me. I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "Okay." And then so they said, "You're getting 4 days of lunch detention. This is your first offense." It's like, "Okay." And they bring me up to the principal, tell her, like, "Yeah, I'm getting lunch detention." They're like, "Okay." I go back to my friends. They're like, "Why would you do that?" Like, "Why would you do that? That was so dumb." And I was like, "I don't know." Now, mind you, I've saw it on the internet everywhere, and it never worked. It never worked, ever. The one time it worked was then. The one time it worked had to be that time. And I do not understand why it had to be that time for it to work. On Friday, everybody was riled up. Something was about to go down, and it was me. I was the person that made it go down. Now, I understand I have a lot of footage, so we're gotta do a double feature story time. That's a bit of a longer one. It's about how it's about my first quote-unquote fight. Now, this was a couple year ago, I think. Now, this was planned, and by the way, we weren't enemies. We thought it'd be funny if we slap box in the bathroom. That's why I said quote-unquote. But anyway, we were just saying, thought it'd be funny. So that's what we do, I think it was about, we were just getting ready to, go and, do this match. And I was like, okay, shouldn't be that bad, right? It should be perfectly fine. I'm not worried. Nothing's gonna get down. See, the part is that it didn't, right? Nothing actually went down. It went pretty good. We did the match. I don't know. Obviously, no one really won or lost. It was just actually, you know how it works. You get a hit on, 1 point, first to 5, 10, whatever. Anyway, I kept going more for defense, right? so we're just sitting there, you know. And then after we leave, and I don't remember what class it was, but by the way, this only took about maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Didn't really take too long. So, you know, didn't exactly take that long. So now, that's the thing. I don't exactly know, like, if not anybody heard it, but when we got back, I just felt on edge, you know. By the way, I didn't get in trouble, so that was pretty cool. I didn't get in trouble for it, which wasn't really that bad in the first place, because we never actually fought, you know. It was just, you know, kids having fun, and what can you do about that, you know? Or enemies or anything. But anyway, that was that. And so I just felt on edge after, you know. I just felt like there was something, like the teachers already knew, like the teachers knew, like somebody walked in and we didn't notice, and then just told. They're like, okay. So honestly, I said something, thinking that the teachers already knew. And guess what? The teachers didn't know anything. They were more upset because we were in the bathroom for about, I think about 10 minutes we were in the bathroom. That's what they were actually upset about. And I had no idea that was the case at all. I did not know that was the case of the issue. Like, I honestly thought that, you know, it would be a lot worse. But anyway, yeah, so we told, and they're like, okay. They honestly didn't care that much. They're like, okay. No one really got in trouble, because I only said it was me and the other person. And so the other people that were actually there recording and stuff obviously weren't there, so we were the only ones who got, quote-unquote, in trouble. They just gave us a lecture about how that's inappropriate and immature. And so, anyway. What else? Let's do a triple feature story time. We're gonna do another story time about how I think I slept for over 24 hours. Now, this was in Florida during a vacation. It was like a huge vacation. This was a yearly thing, but we haven't been on it. We didn't go on it for a while. It was like 2 years. We didn't go on it. We're like, alright, I think this year is a year that we're gonna go on this. And we're like, okay, that's pretty cool, I would say. You know, nothing wrong with that. And so we're, you know, sitting here getting ready to go on this vacation. And by the way, we had to drive down, and so there's nothing wrong with that. So we would stop in almost every state to go to the bathroom, you know, just take up a couple pictures of the signs and everything. But anyway, that's not the part. When we got down, we actually went to a park when we first got there, just to like get the stuff we needed, you know, in case we forgot anything, you know, towels, anything. I think somebody forgot a couple pairs of swim trunks, so we bought some swim trunks. You know, stuff like that, you know, anything we forgot. Obviously, it was a lot of Disney-themed stuff. I think we got a bunch of Disney-themed cups, because we forgot utensils. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So we were walking around, and I just felt so tired. Everybody else did too. And so we all went to sleep. And mind you, the date was July 3rd, I think. July 3rd. Around July. And so we all went to sleep. And now, obviously, I was expecting, you know, probably even wake up in the morning, because it was around 7, 8. Everybody went to sleep pretty fast, too. Nobody really stayed awake, except I think me for a little longer. Because I was doing something. I was editing, I think, actually. I was editing on one of my older channels. Anyway, went to sleep, and I woke up. And I noticed. I said, what the heck? Because I just kind of felt like I was just, like, in a trance. I didn't really feel like I actually went to sleep. I kind of felt like, so I checked my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like July 5th or something. No, it was July 4th, like 12. Now, by the way, we were gonna be there for a little bit until we actually went to the park. Now, I don't know if it was Disney, Universal. We were there for a couple days before we went to the park, you know, just to take in the resort before we actually went. Because the resort was full of stuff. Actually, it was Universal. The resort was full of stuff. It had, like, I think it had its own, like, shops and stuff. the resort was full of just everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. But
You deserve that.
anyway, we were sleeping, and I noticed as I wake up pretty late into the day. I'd say about 6 o'clock into the day, and it's July 4th, and I wake up and I said, what the heck? And I said, because everybody else was just kind of like, they weren't exactly awake, but they weren't, like, they were asleep, sort of. Okay, they were awake, but they weren't up and at them, you know, they were just kind of on their phones, sitting on their beds and stuff. I was like, what the heck, how long did we sleep for? And so we all kind of slowly realized that we were asleep for a good maybe 22 hours. And honestly, we had no issue with it because we had a couple days left until we actually had to go to a park. You don't have to go to a park anyway. And I don't even know if we were actually. I think we were gonna go to a beach and just stay at the resort. But so we're there, and we go to a park. We went to, it wasn't a park, we just went to a part of Universal, went to the Hogwarts area. We're doing that, and then everybody got to the room, and we all, you know, kind of just stayed there. And everybody was just so, like, bored, I don't know. And so we all went to sleep again at around a normal time this time, around 9 or 10, I'd say 9 or 10. And so it was around 9 or 10. We're asleep. We're all sleeping. You know, just sitting there, and I noticed that it was kind of funny, I guess, that everybody kind of seemed like they were really bored and really tired. I was like, why don't we all just go to sleep? Because it was 9 or 10. It was 9 or 10 o'clock. Right? 9 or 10. Everybody was bored, but they also were really tired. But no one really wanted to go to sleep because they wanted to, you know, leave the night on like some food or something. So that was okay. We were all hungry, bored, and tired. Now we ate a little bit, and we finally went back to sleep. Now I don't know how, but we were all so tired after sleeping for almost the whole freaking day. And so yeah, and then it kind of went to a normal schedule because we had all the energy we needed. Turns out everybody was just tired from walking around the first time and then the drive and stuff. So
don't need a magic 8-ball to know we're in bad shit here.
anyway, that is the only story time that I can think of. So that means it's the end of the video. I will talk to you guys later. Actually, now that I think of it, you know, it's not. I really like this gameplay, and I think it's really good. So I wanted to add it into the channel, but I wanted to talk over it, and I didn't add any, you know, mic. I was actually talking to somebody while doing this. I was talking to my friends on a call, doing this, like recording this. So yeah, so there's no mic. So anyway, you can just watch the footage. I might kind of speed it up a little bit and then come back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speed it up and then come back. So what do we need? We need a gun. So let's go find. Actually, no. Let's get some armor. We don't want a 500 poop. Oh, I probably should have upgraded that. Anyway. Okay. So I don't know how to get more poop. Let's just start killing zombies. Let's see what happens. Shout out to Colin Ludwig, that guy named Chris, and a couple other people for, you know, giving me the motivation to film all this footage for this video. It was so boring. Anyway, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys officially. I'll talk to you guys later.